Friday, April 21st, 4:47 p.m. New York time, U.S. stock markets closed. We just completed another full week in the markets. We're looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average Stock Index, one of the oldest stock indexes in the United States. It currently has 30 companies listed on it. These 30 companies are very broad in different sectors. They're also the 30 largest publicly traded companies in the United States. They are all United States companies. So what we're looking here is a 3-year chart, and each candlestick is 1 week. This week, we closed with a yellow candle, very small, trading range. Right here, tiny. Yep, inside candle means indecision. The current trend is up. The momentum's to the upside. We're still below the high of the year, which is here. We're above the low of the year, much closer to the high of the year, which again is here. We have a zone here, which is a supply zone. Sellers were here in the past. And interestingly, again, we didn't even take out the high of last week. Last week, we tested that zone, rejected it, closed below it. And now, right there. So indecision, go either way. I'll be looking for that breakout, possibly trend reversal. And if it reverses and goes down, one would expect it to be a retracement at some point. And that point would be looking for that opportunity where it's going to pause and reverse to continue the upside for buying opportunities. Buying on the dip. Yeah. Let's look at these 30 companies individually and see how they're performing compared to the Dow Jones. To see if they're performing better, worse, or equal. Again, remember, the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed inside the prior week. As well, we're much closer to the high. Looking here first with Apple. Apple made a new high for the year. Nice. It also traded higher than last week, so it's performing better than the stock index as a whole. This is leadership. Yeah. But the candle reflects a bearish. Yep, that huge trading range. It closed red. It closed below midpoint of the candle. On top of a trend, that's indicating bearish. Yep. Be suspicious. Don't be buying up here at the high. Amgen, Alpha Mike Golf November. That's the stock symbol up here, top left, Alpha Mike Golf November. Well, it closed red for the week, made a lower high, lower low. It's performing worse than the stock index. Loser. American Express, interesting. It traded above and below the prior week. It's in a consolidation phase. Building momentum for the next trend, whichever way that becomes. Boeing. Inside candle also. Huge consolidation here. A lot of energy being built up here. Building up a spring to break out one way or the other. Spring or coil. Very interesting. It's going to be powerful when it breaks out. But won't be breaking down to the downside. Caterpillar. Closed red, but did make a higher low than that prior week. Huge consolidation. Look. Consolidation here. Consolidation here. Consolidation here. Staircase pattern lower low. Yeah. Caterpillar. The trend is down. Charlie, Romeo, Mike, Salesforce, new high for the year. It's leadership. It's performing better than the stock index. Yeah, outstanding. Cisco, red for the week. Lower high, lower low. Huge move down. Huge impulse move down. Much closer to the low of the year. That's terrible. Technology sector, and it's doing worse than many other ones. Wow. Huge trading rounds, interest. But some buyers stepped in here. And we got earnings coming in soon. Chevron, inside candle, just like the index. Yeah, there's a high for the year. There's a low for the year. Tight trading range building there. Disney, well, it closed with a white candle. That means the open and closing price for the week was the same. It made a lower high, lower low. It's weak. Might be distribution here. There's the high for the year, low for the year. Distribution means sellers are in control. Yep, it's like a pump and dump. Someone's buying here, but it's not going higher high. There's big hands unloading it. Right there, you can see the volume. Look at these bigger than above average volume and closing near midpoint each of those. Distribution, certainly three of those tight bodies in the middle. So whoever is the specialist, meaning the person that in the exchange, because I recall this trades on the New York Stock Exchange, that specialist is helping the company to liquidate many shares. And some persons, institutions, individuals are buying it, not realizing that. Maybe they're investing, buying for the long term. Excuse me. But even if you buy for the long term, you should buy in leadership. Problems here for Disney. Maybe I'll be looking trade bearish. Dow Chemical, red for the week. Lower low, lower high. Yeah, that's struggling too. Goldman Sachs, higher high, higher low. So it's in a retracement mode of this big sell-off. Be suspicious, looking for a possible place where it might pause, reverse, and sell off. Yep, it's just a retracement. I wouldn't call that good leadership. Home Depot, nice. Spiked up above the consolidation, rejected it, went below. Yeah, that's suspicious. We're seeing continued momentum. It's got a gap here it needs to fill. Much closer to the lows of the year. Honeywell, red for the week. Higher high, higher low. Small trading range already. Sellers came off as soon as I went in there. Okay, yeah. That looks weak. Not good. Let's see if we can finally get a follow through to go up. Another technology, IBM, red for the week. Look at that. Broke below the low last week. Still in this consolidation, but much closer to the lows. That's not good. Another technology, Intel. Wow. Huge sell-off. So there's the high of the year. So we see a lot of these technology stocks selling off. People are taking profits and they're rotating into, I just showed you where the leadership is. So you see Apple making new highs. So there's still money going into technology, but not some of these other ones. Remember, technology is very diversified. There's several industries in technology. Johnson & Johnson, red for the week. Huge sell-off, midpoint of this candle. Buyer stepped in defending it. So I would look for this to have an opportunity for a little consolidation or immediate breakthrough to the upside. Yep, buyers are coming in for this. JP Morgan, higher high, higher low. Yep, might be at the distribution. Just saying that. Look at that little tiny range of that body. Interesting. See how it goes. Coca-Cola, new high for the year. Okay, that's interesting. So again, smart money is pushing Coca-Cola. There's a demand for Coca-Cola, which went high for the year. Let's label that now. Move this up. 64.27. 64.27. Wow. Again, this has been a selling area before. So we'll see if it's going to break above that or have a sell-off. Look at that. McDonald's high for the year. Wow. Interesting. So we see where they're going for. The food products, the beverage products, not the high tech, other than I showed you Apple. Wow. Very interesting. 3M. It's near the low of the year. Did make a higher high, higher low, but look how close it is to the low. Merck, new high for the year. Nice. So this broad index has so many different sectors. I'm going to make another video tomorrow. Going to show all sectors in the stock market, including all the major indexes. And we'll get a better breakdown, more defined of where the smart money is going to. If you want to get early access to that, well, try my Patreon page.